Quinn exiting, there are no black women coaches currently in the WNBA. And everybody trying to stop on each other. It's reckless for Matt to dismiss it as a cash grab. They're in 17 years, Russell Westbrook has missed media day for the first time and is not signed to a team. We're talking about a former MVP of the league. I want to play a clip from 7 p.m. Brooklyn. It's a podcast, and Carmelo Anthony was on, and he was talking about Russell Westbrook, and they were kind of asking, do you think he's being blackballed? They asked him, do you think he's going to return to OKC? Like, what is the holdup pretty much? Like, why is Russell Westbrook still sitting on waivers? That's insanity to me. And I've covered this a couple of times, but now we've gotten to the point where he's missed media day and he's still not signed. We're like a week away, almost 2 weeks away from the start of the NBA season, and Russell freaking Westbrook still isn't signed to a team. So I'm going to play this clip, and I want to hear y'all thoughts about what you think.
That Russ can help right now.
The Oklahoma City Thunder.
No, he can't help them. No.
I think he could.
They the champs.
Kaz, take your heart glasses off. The only way Russ goes back to OKC is that he's ready to be on a coaching staff. That he should not go back as a player at all.
I'm staying 10 toes down with Kaz right here.
You cannot bring Russell Westbrook back to OKC and don't play him.
Exactly.
He cannot go from the greatest player in your franchise history to maybe playing or maybe not playing. It doesn't work. You diminish that man's legacy by that. Let's protect the legacies of these players. Not somebody who's been in the league 5 years, 6 years, who went. No, this is somebody who's put in pain, pressure, #1 jersey sales, MVP of the league.
You're making my point for me.
No, he's not, Kaz.
No, we not. Let me finish with that. He cannot.
For all those reasons, OKC should be like, yes. The one thing he can add to his legacy is what? The ring.
Chasing the ring, though, now. It's a difference with chasing the ring, and I still got to enjoy this game. Chasing the ring at this point in time. You can't send the greatest player back. He left and then come back and then he's not playing? No.
Yes.
And as a player, I know I still can play? No, hell no. Dame went back to Portland because Dame is going to come back healthy and play. CP went back to the Clippers because CP is going to play. He ain't go back to sit on the bench. He ain't go back, I'm going to just do my victory lap. No.
Russell Westbrook had an impact for the Denver Nuggets last year.
Because he played.
I think he plays.
If he's ready to say, yo, Sam Presti, I want to retire here. This is my last year. Let's do something for this year. Let's hang the jersey up. Let's build that up.
We building your MVP statue outside.
I'm cool with that. Let's celebrate. Let's make this celebratory for Russ. Going back to OKC. If you going back just to chill, nah, son.
Okay, so what are y'all thoughts? I'm curious to hear, what did you think about Carmelo Anthony and what he said about Russell Westbrook, that there's no way he's going to go back to OKC unless he was retiring. And he's like, there's no way he's going to end his legacy that way, just to go back and come off the bench. I mean, when he was on the Nuggets, he wasn't really starting. He was coming off the bench. But he also said he doesn't mind coming off the bench. He'll be a team player. And this isn't the first time we've seen Russ take one for the team. He did it again for the Clippers when they had that super team with Harden, Paul George, you feel me, Russ. I got to watch them play live, by the way. That was really cool. But he took one for the team, and he came off the bench. So I see what also see what Carmelo's saying. He had the #1 jersey sales. He was MVP of the league, triple-double machine, just like legacy after legacy. And you telling me that he's still on waivers? Something's not making sense. I don't think that they're blackballing him. I don't think that that's what's happening here. However, I was really relieved when Shams Chaminara dropped the bomb that he heard. And we all know sometimes Shams' word is bond. Shams is that guy who just seems to know what's finna happen. He mentioned that it's possible, and it's been a mutual interest expressed. Those were somewhat the words. I'm paraphrasing here. But there's a mutual interest between Russell Westbrook and the Kings. And I've been monitoring the rumor mill since August. And I had heard something about the Kings. So this isn't the first time I heard the Kings as an option for Russell Westbrook. But I was looking at the Kings roster and I was trying to really figure out where would he fit in. And what the article insinuated from Shams is that they need someone who's going to shoot a 3. So I was like, what? So you want to call on Russell Westbrook? That doesn't even sound right. I know Russ can hit a 3 in the corner every once in a while. Maybe in transition, if he's catching it in motion. I don't know. Usually he's the one who's leading the transition. So he's usually the one with the ball. So if they're bringing him over to shoot 3s, that's where I was like, okay, this is definitely they fibbing. But to bring him off the bench for the Sacramento Kings team, who's already being looked at as a bottom tier team, kind of gives me pause as to like what the hell is going on. Like, I want to see some strategy in this, in this lack of moves. I want to see some goodness come from this. Not just, oh, thank God he's getting signed to a team, but like, hold on, you're getting signed to the Kings? Okay, point guard. We know Dennis Schroeder is on the Kings now. And he just came from the Pistons. He was on Miami. We see Schroeder move around down, you know what I mean? And he's been pretty consistent on how he shows up. So he's obviously probably going to be their starting point guard. And then you got DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine. Duh. That's simple. Then you have Sabonis and probably Keegan Murray. Malik Monk is still coming back. So I'm like, who's going to come off the bench? Maybe Malik Monk is going to come off that bench, but he had a really good season last year. And Keegan Murray, he was like, where was he at? So he might actually come off the bench and Malik Monk could start, but who knows? I don't know. They also got Keon Ellis, but we all know Keon is more of a defensive presence. And maybe working with Schroeder, we can see him look. Maybe Schroeder's gonna do what Keon usually does, but maybe better. And then that might force Keon to do something else, because we've seen Keon score, but he's kind of like a Terrence Mann. But Terrence Mann, I think, is better than Keon. But Keon, I'm going down rabbit holes right now. They also got Doug McDermott. I don't know if that really matters. Isaac Jones. They got Drew Eubanks and Dario Saric. You know, Dario Saric came from the Nuggets. And before that, though, Dario Saric was on the Washington Wizards, and I thought he was really good. I thought he was really good for the Washington Wizards, and they used him, and he started for a while. And then when he got to Denver, I was excited, but then I was like, oh my God, like they didn't even use him. And I'm like, well, look at the system that they have. They don't really need him necessarily based on how they play. But now with this now with the Kings, and you got like Sabonis, I can see Dario Saric maybe playing a little bit more coming off the bench, especially since Jonas Valanciunas is no longer on the team. So all these moves and power plays, Russell Westbrook with the Kings kind of makes sense. If he does get signed, I would start Westbrook over Dennis Schroeder, personally. And then bring Schroeder off the bench with that second string with Malik Monk. Or even if you want to start Dennis, because he has great defense presence, but so does Russ. I think Dennis is a better defender, but still. This team doesn't strike me as the type of team. They had De'Aaron Fox, and we all know De'Aaron Fox like to push the tempo. So if you have Westbrook coming in and he's going to push the tempo and leave it off, that'd be cool. But he's just not as much as an offensive threat as De'Aaron was. But with this team, do you really need that? I mean, Zach LaVine is a threat. DeMar DeRozan is still an offensive threat. We know Sabonis can score. So, I mean, I see a lot of different moving pieces. This is looking more like a defensive-minded team, though. So if Russ does come, I don't believe it's going to be strictly for offense. Like, I mean, sure, but I don't know. But I do want to see him. I do want to see him get on a team. See, Money said he should go to Houston. They need help at the point with Fred out. I think with Houston, they are going to probably go with Amen. They're going to go with Amen. I don't think they're going to have a true point guard on that team. I think Amen and Reed Shepherd are going to carry a lot of that two-way guard weight, where you don't necessarily see like a true point guard, kind of similar to what the Pacers did. Like Andrew Nembhard was their point in a way, but it was really Tyrese Halliburton who averaged more assists for the team. So like I look at it kind of like that's what Houston's going to do. They're not going to have like a true point, and putting Russ on that team would be amazing, because I would love to see him reunited with KD and Steven Adams. I mean, it would bring me back to the times where OKC was like my absolute favorite team to watch with Perkins and Steven and Westbrook, Harden off the bench. Like, oh, what a time. But I'm just saying, like, it would be cool to see them reunite. I don't know if they necessarily need it. Also, their cap space, I think they're maxed out. I don't think they have enough room to bring Westbrook over. But this Kings team could see value in signing Westbrook, considering how low they're ranked right now. Nobody is betting on the Kings to do anything this season, not even make the play-in. So, real possibility. Also, he would stay on the West Coast. So maybe that's what he wants to do. I know Russ is a family man. I'm thinking of all these things because I just want to see that man play. But all right. Again, from MVP of the league to misfit, what happened? Why is Russ still on waivers? Hopefully before the season starts, this man gets signed.